Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by. Thank you for making Gulf Coast Weather Solutions one of your go-to sources for weather around the clock. From heavy downpours and severe storms to winter weather and the tropics, we've got you covered with accurate, reliable forecasts you can trust.
Next week is starting to look a little bit more stormy.
But look what's moving into the state of Texas.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.
Good evening, Southeast Texas and Southwest Louisiana. I'm meteorologist Lucas Bostrick, giving you a late evening update for you, and we're looking at our satellite and radar. Over the past 4 hours, we can see that Tropical Storm Bertha is located out to our east, and that's where we see the cyclonic rotation for the storm. And there's a lot of showers and storms that are out to our east, and most of it is actually out in the Gulf, so not seeing a lot of activity out there. But as we lose the daylight, we right before daylight can see that cyclone is really not well defined, and it's kind of struggling to get its act together, and we'll talk about kind of the reasons why behind that. It's more to do, though, with the fact that there is a lot of dry air and wind shear impacting the system, and it's helping disrupt the organization of Bertha. And on top of that, it's going to be going across some land soon, and that's not going to help her get more organized going forward. Now, our regional current temperatures, we're looking at 83 in Beaumont, it's 90 in Houston, it is 89 in Austin, 96 in Dallas, pretty hot there, 95 in Laredo. Current local temperatures, we can see that it's 88 in Beaumont, of course, 87 in Orange, still very warm out there, even 87 in Jennings and 90 in Ocho Coastal City. 90 also in Houston, very warm out there. That 24-hour temperature change we can see running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer tonight than last night, so very warm out there. And if we talk about Tropical Storm Bertha, the latest advisory has her at 60 mile per hour sustained winds and gusts up to 70, pressure at 995, and her movement is right now west at 6 miles per hour. We're going to notice that by Wednesday evening, she's going to be located just south of New Orleans, according to Hurricane Center, and likely just south of the Louisiana coastline back over water by Thursday morning, and then finally moving in as a tropical depression near the Jamaica Beach, Galveston region, likely coming up Thursday evening. And Friday morning, it's going to be well inland as a tropical low, and that's all that's going to be left over. Now, as far as our future cast is going to be for tomorrow, we can see that those showers and storms are out to the east of Lafayette at this time, and they're moving offshore from the tropical cyclone. But watch what happens as we get into tomorrow. It's going to be very hot. Those highs tomorrow are going to be well into the upper 90s, into the low 100s pretty likely as we get into afternoon hours. We can see the winds tomorrow are going to be blowing out of the west and northwest, which is going to help heat us up a lot. And that's going to really help create an unstable environment too, because we can see by 3 p.m. tomorrow, we have a boundary along the coast, and it might be a little bit of a sea breeze boundary, but on top of that, we got a band from Bertha beginning to form across the region, and it spread southwest over time. And look at 6:30 p.m., we have a lot of showers and storms spread across the region. So we expect the coverage to be about 40 to 50% as those storms push on through. And out to our southeast, we can see Bertha getting closer. So we're going to be watching as those bands progress and develop, and kind of just continue to keep an eye on her as she moves on. Now, our lows tonight, sponsored by Silsbee Ford, are going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s and mid 80s, even possibly along the coast, like Grand Chenier at 85 degrees tomorrow morning is pretty crazy. And then highs tomorrow, unbelievably hot. Looking at highs right around 100, possibly up to 105. I don't really know if we'll see 105 in Spring or Votah, but certainly could see 103 in several places. That's not out of the question. With a 40% chance of showers and storms, maybe even 50% coming up for tomorrow. Some of those storms could be pretty intense too. That's another thing to consider with this heat. We could have some pretty nasty storms coming in tomorrow evening, so we'll be watching that closely. And your 7-day outlook is calling for improvement. After tomorrow, we won't have 102 for the high. It'll probably be just in the mid 90s and lower 90s. And then this weekend, we warm up a little bit into the mid 90s, upper 90s again, pretty likely for starting off next week. And Lake Charles and Kinder, it's going to be a little bit cooler for you after tomorrow, high of 99 tomorrow. And then we drop down to the lower 90s over the weekend and the rest of this week. Be sure to check out our Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app to get the latest updates for Tropical Storm Bertha in this area, and from us here at Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, along with lightning alerts and other severe weather alerts you can get on your phone. It's available on iOS and Google Play, free on the App Store. Also check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GulfCoastWX for our twice daily videos, and our Facebook page for additional weather updates here at Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. All right, everyone, have a good evening, and check out Johnny's forecast in the morning.